Welcome back to another episode of Showtime Radio Podcast. I am your host, Showtime, also known as Jenna. And before we get into this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, click that notification button so you know when I drop a video, and tell it for, that's wrong. I don't know how.
What? No.
Who are you
telephoning?
No, telefrenin. That's how.
Telefrenin?
Telefrenin.
Oh, telefrenin.
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 Wait, hold on. Okay, here we go.
Rewind.
Tell a friend to pour up any drink of your choice. That's for her. And tune in as we dive into these hot topics. Now, this is another Valentine's Day video. This is the actual Valentine's, this is on actual Valentine's Day. If you haven't seen the first Valentine's Day video that I did with her kids, my niece and nephew, go and watch that first.
Your
and then
wants to be on the show.
Who?
Jasmine.
Okay. Go watch that first and then come back and watch this video. Say hi to Jazz.
Say hi, Jasmine. We're taping. You're on.
Oh, I love being on a podcast.
Say happy Valentine's Day. These are good.
Why'd she take them?
Watch Showtime podcast.
It's a raspberry one.
Alright, what are we talking about? Dish.
Dish.
Well, I was trying to until you interrupted it.
Can I get my candy back?
Oh, yeah. You tubby custard. Tubby custard. Okay. So because it is Valentine's Day, I do want to start off with who knows if it'll get a little raunchy. Mommy's here, she poops on the party.
Whatever.
I'm just messing with you. But I do want to start off nice and sweet because it's Valentine's Day. So, do you guys remember the first time you were ever in love, actually in love? Or,
Thought we were in love?
No, the first time you were actually in love. In love, guys.
Big love,
just real love, not oh, I think no, you knew oh crap, I actually fell in love with this person.
I gotta stay on here.
Well,
we're gonna bleep that out.
What? No.
I was like, this is a dangerous question.
Girl.
Not everybody you end up with is the first person you fell in love with. It's just
true.
real.
This
This is
is
real.
In trouble.
Oh my god. Okay, wow.
Yes, I do. I will be brave and have a conversation.
Thank you,
later
Janelle.
with
It's
my husband
reality.
about it.
People over here trying to stay married. Mind your business.
All right, I guess we're moving on from this conversation.
If any of you ladies know anything about men, don't do that.
50 years later, they're still mad about the first love.
I'm so annoyed right now. You guys are so annoyed. Yeah, Jasmine.
You want to say something, Jasmine?
Go ahead.
You can say whatever.
Because I'm single and I won't get in trouble.
There you go.
Don't put that part in there. Yes, I remember falling in love. It was dumb.
Is that it? She remember when she fell in love. You guys didn't hear her, and it was dumb.
It's always.
It was dumb.
Do you guys think it's
It was
dumb? Can I ask that
Yeah,
question?
you can ask your question.
Do you think falling in love? Here you go. Do you think falling in love is dumb, or do you think the timing of falling in love is dumb?
I don't think you
I
could.
don't think falling in love is dumb.
Yeah.
I think when you try to, I don't think falling in love is dumb. I think sometimes people want to fall in love, so they're willing to just be or do whatever. I think that's dumb.
Yeah. I definitely was a hopeless romantic. I still have some hopeless romantic
You can face us so you can see us.
things embedded in my head. And I wanted to be in love and, that fairy tale TV crap that you see on the TV. Because I said it's fairy tale TV, so yeah, it's on the TV. And I wanted that so bad in that, that perfect couple and then marriage life and the kids and all that stuff. I wanted that so bad. And then I got older and I was like,
Run away.
well, kind of like Jasmine, man, that's dumb. And I don't think it's dumb. I just think that not living your life first is dumb. Because I feel like falling in love can definitely wait on my. That's my
I had a question for you then.
Yeah.
Do you think most people say they fell in love early in life just because they don't want to be somebody who wasn't accepted?
Yeah.
I feel like
yeah.
as teenagers or young kids, everybody starts crushing on people or whatever. And you don't want to be the person who nobody has a crush on. You don't want to be the person who doesn't have a date or whatever. So we're like desperate to find love, which, mind you, what we call love is not love.
Yeah. I was gonna say something about that too.
But I feel like we're so desperate.
Head there.
Sorry.
No, just kidding.
I'm just gonna continue.
No, go ahead. Huh?
That's why I called it dumb. I don't think falling in love is. I think staying in love is.
Okay, this is gonna be really hard to hear, Jasmine.
I call it dumb because it goes against anything that, well, I guess I can only speak for this. Anything that you practice as like guarding or like protection for yourself. It's completely dismissing all of that. And that's why I call it dumb. It's not dumb, but it's dumb because you're putting yourself completely out there. I don't think that part is a choice. So if you're talking about like timing or anything like that, I don't think that actually matters when you fall in love. It doesn't matter. I think like your inability to hide yourself in any capacity is finding love.
Here's the thing that's dumb, is that this world does not teach that self-love is the first love you should be on the journey for. And because where the world does not teach...
say that again?
Self-love should be the first human love that you invest in.
Yeah.
And it's not selfish, it's self-love. And because we don't love ourselves, we just inherently always look for somebody's acceptance, somebody's love, somebody's affection, somebody's attention. And everything that the world says love is, we fall to like dummies because we don't love ourselves.
Yeah.
But it's not taught that way. It's not taught that we should love ourselves. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, oh, you gotta grow up and who are you with?
Oh, excuse me. The bubbly.
I'm with me. I'm cool. I like me. She's chill.
That's not taught.
No.
It's not
taught
is
right.
running around Rome trying to find your love randomly.
And you end up further from it, too.
Wishing.
Yeah. It's all the romantic movies in the end. In the end, she gets her man. Well,
yeah,
in the end, she gets her job and goes on about her business.
Yeah. I've like so many. There's a How to Be Single movie that I watched. And I watched before I watched it with Levins, and then I made him watch it with me. I like watching movies that I like and making him watch it and pretend I haven't seen it. Oh, he does that sometimes too. But anyways, that's besides the point. But the point of what I was trying to say is that How to Be Single is that, like, you know, in the movie, you know, she wants, you know, she wanted to figure stuff out, and then she wanted to, like, you know, be with people or something like that. And then at the end, I think she was just by herself at the end. And you know what? I kind of really don't remember what happens.
And you watched it twice.
I know, right? But what I took from it, what I think I took from it anyways, is that, you know, it's okay to be by yourself. Like, take Valentine's Day, for example. So many people, and I was one of them, would get upset. I don't have a Valentine, you know? And then, like, you can be your own Valentine. You could take yourself out on a date and buy yourself flowers. And shout out to that Miley Cyrus song. Have you guys heard that Miley Cyrus song?
You know I did.
Bits and pieces.
It's really good. It's really good. She's basically, her husband cheated on her multiple times throughout her marriage.
She got married?
Yeah, she was married to the Thor brother. The Thor brother.
Oh, they were really married?
Yeah. And he cheated on her multiple times. And so she took that Bruno Mars song, the I should have bought you flowers, because that was their song, and she did it differently and was like, I can buy myself flowers, I can hold my own hand.
Oh,
you know,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I love it. I love that song, and it's kind of awkward because I be singing it so wholeheartedly next to Levins and stuff like that. But you know, you kind of like need that even if you're in a relationship or not, because you need to remind yourself that, like, at the end of the day, as long as I love myself, like, I'm okay. You know,
and I'm a whole person.
Yeah.
Like, I say that all the time, like, I'm a whole person outside of him. And if you don't realize that you can be a whole person outside of your mate, that's always going to shift you. It's always going to make you feel less than. Yeah. Because you have your value is coming through their eyes, their perspective, their wants and desires. Yeah. Especially as women, if we're not whole women, and that doesn't mean we can't be submissive women, but we at least have to be whole women to know how even to be submissive, to how to be strong in and of ourselves, you know. And I know, like, in the beginning of my marriage, I was definitely not that. Yeah. Everything that he felt that I did or didn't do or anything I felt that he thought that I didn't or didn't do would sway how I reacted, would sway how I would try to like prove myself to the world, to him, to everybody else, because I wasn't in love with me. And all of my like everything about me was like, okay, he's like this great guy, he's smart, he's got everything going on, so he has to have all the, he has to have like the right way of doing it. And because I didn't feel great about myself, I'm gonna try to fit the mold that he has. And his mold was whatever, because he's human.
His mold stank.
She thinks.
Do you have anything to add?
I just realized I haven't been asked if I could be somebody's Valentine's yet. If he didn't ask me to be his Valentine's.
Do you think that's still a thing?
I think so.
I think so too. I was saying that, and Lemons was like, "I don't have to ask you. You're permanently mine." I was like, "No, you need to ask me to be your Valentine." I feel like that keeps
celebrate your anniversary. That's still saying you want to be with me. Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. I'm not asked. I'm just, you know what's so funny?
You make him ask.
I don't know that
I'm by myself flowers. I'll ask to be my own Valentine.
I don't think I've ever been asked to be somebody's Valentine. Like, act like, hey, will you be my Valentine? Let's go out. It's just like, I've always been in some sort of relationship, so it was just, you are. Yeah. But I've never been asked to be anybody's Valentine.
Me neither.
Even as a little kid.
No, this is making me sad.
Me neither.
Yeah. No, I have. I'm just saying it's making me sad for you guys.
That's not right.
Well, you brought it up, so you're the one breaking our heart.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
We were fine before, Janelle. And now we're like, hey.
Hey, wait a minute, actually.
I'm just a +1. My name wasn't even on the invitation.
One of the big teddy bears like to lug it around school and be inconvenient for everybody all day.
Yeah.
No, none of that.
Valentine's was hard in school. Like, I remember, like, they used to sell, like, carnations and stuff like that. And if you didn't get one or get a bunch of them, like, you felt like terrible. Like, you would go home and look out your window and you hope it's raining just to add to the dramatics. And you just feel terrible. Like, why am I not lovable? Like,
I never thought about that. Like, how horrible it is. Like, they do it, I get it, for a fundraiser and it's all fun and games, but come on, you guys are teachers, you're educators, not everybody is going to buy somebody a Valentine unless you teachers are going to make sure everybody in your class gets one.
Yeah.
You know what it is?
Then
the people who thought of that was the people who got the carnation.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's true.
Everybody should feel this. Well, guess what? Everybody does it.
They don't. They don't.
don't.
And then you walk down the hall and somebody has like 10 and you're like,
yeah,
the one little one you might have.
And it's all bent over. It's the last one in the bucket.
I bought myself this one.
No. And she's like, oh my God. And you're like,
whatever.
Shut up.
Stupid.
I'm not going to trip you because it's not nice. But I just want you to know, in my head, I was tripping every one of you.
I was a hater. I was hating.
Buy myself flowers.
I would always watch Valentine's, like, especially as I got older. My thing was to watch Valentine's Day, the movie, which I will watch this year.
That's a good movie.
It's such a good movie.
Wait, is that the one where they like throw the
Everybody's
party and like they throw the I Hate Valentine's Day
It's-
party? Oh, I love that movie.
It's such a good one. And watch it, and I eat my own chocolates that probably now I think about it, my dad, shout out to you, Dad. He was always my Valentine that my dad bought me, and just wonder why I was so unlovable. And now if I could go back, I would have just done it and been happier about it. Like, good. I don't got to talk to nobody. I can eat these chocolates. Mm-hmm. I can get my face can get all messy.
Yep.
Sit in some sweats. I ain't going to try to be cute.
You okay?
Sit down and just watch my movie.
You got a built-in Valentine's Day, I guess. But it's still nice to be asked.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's refreshing.
I asked Zaire, will you be my Valentine? He's like, that's weird. And I was like, well, have your sister. Have your sister be your Valentine. That's worse. He said.
That's worse.
That's
weird. Like, no, you know what?
No, they're past that age. They understand like Valentine's isn't just like like the little card in class. It's like, oh, somebody likes
I love
somebody.
those cards. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I used to love doing cards with you guys.
They have them at Dollar
Love
Tree.
them. I
It's
don't
a
do it
smaller
anymore.
pack.
They
but-
don't do it now.
Some
They
schools
can't.
don't.
Yeah, they won't let them pass it out.
No,
now.
but I mean, like, they still have it. Like, we should just do it within the family. I was thinking about
That'd be
doing that,
cute.
but I was
That
like,
would be
there's
cute.
I gotta add up a lot of boxes. So,
It's just
know.
one box comes
One
with like
box is-
50.
no,
thirty.
at Dollar Tree, it only comes with like 12 or
It
8 or
doesn't
12.
matter.
There's a
Less
lot
than
of
12.
So that's 2 boxes at most.
It's
Oh
$1,
yeah, that's true.
$2.50.
$2.50.
When I saw that it didn't have like 20 in there, I was like, no.
Yeah, they used to come
no.
with like 32.
Just like, why
They
can't you just
did.
put?
Yeah, they came with like 32. You know what? I think I still have a few boxes left over because I would
How,
like
mommy?
always
How?
because I would buy like extra when they went on sale,
Yep.
and so it took a long time for me to like be done with a lot of stuff. and
You
I
buy
still
stuff for the holidays like it's a apocalypse for every holiday is about to hit. That's how you rack up on stuff. Wrapping paper,
No, okay.
pans for Thanksgiving.
I get that though. Once I got older and had my own like apartment and what was it, Christmas, the like January, Walmart.
Come
She does it
on.
with candy.
I'm
You'll be
upset
like,
because
you
I
wait
went
the
too
day
early.
after because the
So
candy's
guys,
on
like,
sale.
don't,
Yeah.
I'm on a special diet, so just don't buy me anything until buy me like a couple days after, and then you give it to me in March. When it's
Yeah.
done.
And then like
Easter
Easter
comes.
comes and you get all this stuff after Easter. So now all my Easter
Yeah.
baskets are.
I mean, it definitely comes
and I
handy
got
if you
the
don't
grass
lose
and
it.
everything. Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, we got off subject.
I got the grass, and it was about to be 5 minutes of what she has. I'm not kidding with you guys.
I've got a
She
great
got it
storage
all.
system.
I
You
got
should
it.
just start selling.
I got a Christmas tree saying I don't have a
Just start
Christmas
selling
tree.
your
I
stuff.
know.
Just set up camp and just let people come and get it for like
No,
half
this
price.
is what you guys do. You guys come over here and buy from me, or be like, "Oh,
I don't
Mom,
buy. I
what
take.
did you
You
buy
buy?
for the little kids?"
I don't
All of
buy.
you
I
do. You take. Anyway, I think you still owe me money from Christmas.
I probably do.
You do. You definitely do owe me money for Christmas. I'll go do all the shopping for all the kids. I'll be done, and then people are like, "Oh, can you give me one of those? Can you give me one of? I'll take that."
It's okay.
one."
When I see them pick up a toy, I'll be like, "Hey, that's not from me. Actually, that's from."
Nani got me this. Yes, Nani.
She
got
loves
me
knowing. Leia loves knowing who got her what, so she can thank them. She wants
That's
to,
she
which
did.
is good.
She got
Yes.
to church today, had her little lifted up like her skirt because of her dress was so long. She's like, "Nani, look, these are the shoes you
Yeah.
got me."
Because
So
she told
cute.
she's like, "Thank you for my shoes." I was like, "No, Nani got those for you." She's like, "Oh, I want to thank her." I was like, "You can
Oh.
actually." She does.
She came right in.
You guys
Anyway.
ever stayed in a relationship much longer than you knew you were supposed
Absolutely.
So what made you stay? Because I know for me,
I used to
it
have
was
a
that
3-year thing.
A 3-year
I
thing.
thought
I
you
don't
said
know.
something different. I was
No.
like, Mom, no.
Oh, you did now. Oh, let me take a sip for that. Go on, I'm intrigued. You guys still have a 3-year thing, like you have to stay in the relationship for 3 years?
I didn't realize it until
they
after the
cars?
second relationship. Yeah. I didn't realize it until after the second time. And then I realized, oh, that was 3 years. And then kind of went through a difficult time in my relationship and realized it was around the 3-year mark. And when I but I kept that one.
This is why it's not
I
working.
kept-
You're
I
coming
kept that
up.
one. But I think that was my tolerance level. One, I am overly accommodating. Well, I was overly accommodating. And just like wanting to be there and wanting to be whatever I needed to be or beyond, right? But I don't know, it was something about that 3-year mark that came around and I realized that was like the end of my tolerance. Like, I gave you a long time to figure this out. You didn't. And somehow it became like a clock inside of me where I'm like, okay, I'm strong enough to be on my own. I've worked out all the emotions of not being with you now. I'm good. Chucking the dubs.
It'll take you 3 years to get over him?
No. In those 3 years, I've gotten over you.
I just realized what she said.
No, because that'd be a 6-year relationship. No.
enough to
Mm-mm.
sit
I'm already
No. That last year is like, is it. It would be it for me. Like, I'm done. Like, I would be like, oh, I don't actually have to be here. I don't actually need to be with you. Like, I can be okay on my own.
Yeah.
You know, it was me kind of stretching my wings and realizing that I don't need to be in a relationship with anybody.
Yeah.
So, no, when I walk away, I'm good.
What about you?
I'm good.
I'm good.
I wish I'd walk away earlier, but.
Yeah, I think a couple. Most of my relationships for my marriage was like I stayed longer, or we both stayed. The first one, I really just did not like him anymore, so he was a controlling weirdo. So I was like, nah, we're out. Cool.
Yo.
I don't want to do this no more. We don't even see each other. I'm good. And that was like those stupid relationships because you don't see each other because you're younger.
Yeah.
So you're like, no, it was high school. And the second one, we were better friends, but then we were like, let's try this. I was like, nah.
No.
He was like, nah. I was like, yeah, you're fine. Fair enough. We're cool.
I was use relationships as a butt plug for my holes in my heart.
Didn't you just say the holes in the heart? Why did you have to use the butt plug?
Because a butt plug
plugs
things up.
I get.
To stop the leakage.
That's not what a butt plug's for.
That is not what a butt plug is for.
But a butt plug plugs in your butt.
But
like
not
it's
for
stuck.
leakage.
Well, yeah, but in this scenario, my heart had leakage, so the butt plug was.
You could just said cork it up, like. It's
oh yeah, that's a good word.
Patch it up.
Patch it up. I'm sorry,
fill it up.
My brain is 95% inappropriate.
All of her relationships before this is the butt plug of the heart.
You're all a bunch of butt plugs.
Yeah. Pretty fitting.
Much.
Oh my gosh.
I know in high school, like after I dated Levins, I try to recreate that relationship with a lot of people. And if you guys are watching this, I'm really sorry because I probably jacked some of you guys up. I would throw around the love word like it was nobody's business, and I didn't let any of them, like none of them, except for like the relationship before Levins, but even that I stayed in way too long. But I was in such a broken, and that was like the first like real actual relationship I actually had. Because my high school relationships, they were just like, okay, I give you about like, oh, I had like a 3-month too. But it was 3 months, not 3 years. I gave him like.
Sorry, I'm an overachiever.
3 months was yeah.
I feel it.
Well, I was in high school, Mom. I couldn't do 3 years. High school was over.
What are you talking about? I went from junior high to high school. From high school to college.
Well, a lot of people fancy me. I mean, I got a lot of free. I think that's why I kept people around. Like, it was free candy.
Kudos.
I did have a lot of boyfriends. You know what, too? No, if I could do it over again, I would not have a lot of boyfriends. And a lot of people wanted to be with me because of my cheeks.
I'm sorry, what?
My cheeks. Like, they wanted to get in my cheeks.
Yeah.
So I fed them this facade that they were just so I had, like, company and, like, entertainment. And then I never did. Like, I was out in 2000 before, like, anything could, like, actually, like, go down. And I was very selective of, like, who was, like, cheek-worthy. Cheekable.
None of them!
Oh God, the things your daughter said while you're sitting here.
But it's so true. And like, if I could go back, cheek worthy, a cheekable. Are you cheekable? I like that. I'm gonna hashtag that. Cheekable. Don't steal it before I get to hashtagging you guys. But yeah, so. But even in this relationship now, because I didn't have that time, those breaks, and this is why I say I wish I didn't just like have a. Like, just always be in a relationship is because I never allowed myself to heal. I never allowed myself to learn from previous relationships. I never allowed myself just have that time to, like, buy my, and this is the theme of today, I guess, buy my own self flowers, you know? And now I have to work through those things in this relationship that I want to work, and it's hard because I'm either used to leaving after 3 months. I'm in here 5 years deep, guys.
It's been 5 years.
5 years we've been together. 5.
Dang.
Yes. Wow. That's very far past 3 months. But I didn't have a desire to leave after 3 months. But now I'm in a committed relationship with kids, and now having to learn to work and heal things that I should have did by myself, not in any relationship. Would you stop? Okay, hold on. I just have to pause.
The top of my lungs in the shower the other day.
Really?
It's
I
such a good
realized,
song.
Dad's like, why are you singing that song? Because it's good! It's on sale!
Why did he sing that song? He's all ear to the doors. She talking about me in there. Should I go get you some flour? Even worse. Are you listening?
And I realized you can hear people shower when you walk down the hallway, so definitely you can probably hear me.
Like some turmoil is going on in there.
We should have.
Go get her some flowers.
I think I was
I don't
thinking
like
about this
flowers.
the other day. Yeah,
flowers.
she never likes flowers.
Why?
Because they die. They're so pretty.
Dead
And
flowers are the best. You just
She's different.
because you can make like stuff out of them.
We are all so much alike and yet so different at the same time.
Do you like flowers? Like if Dad came
I
out
do
with
like
flowers,
flowers. I do not like them dead. So
What?
she doesn't like flowers. I don't like them dead, and you like.
I like them
dead. So it's
all. No, but I like them like when I first get them, and then
Yeah.
I slowly watch them die, and then I haven't yet, but I want.
Somebody
it's a little
help us.
aggressive,
I'm
but I
a little
want to
scared.
make like something, like I don't know,
Out of
like
them.
keep a
Or
wine.
just glue them.
Mm.
You know, you can like glue
I know.
them.
I want to do some arts and craft with like.
Turn them
This is-
upside down. Let them dry out. That's what I've learned. Like,
Yeah.
how people
Yeah.
keep flowers.
Why don't you like flowers?
I like flowers. I like to
Because
look
they-
at them, but then they start to die, and I'm like, well, that
Was a
cool,
waste.
not- Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to hurt you.
But I love sunflowers. Like, I would love to have them, but
Sunflowers
I'm
are
like,
pretty.
I
But
think
not
she'd
gonna
love
take
them
you
if they were
home.
like in her own garden, not like in a vase.
Yeah.
Because then they
You
would.
see,
Yeah.
still think that when people have like a whole bunch of flowers in their garden, it's
I didn't say a whole bunch.
it's tacky.
I didn't say a whole
I
bunch.
didn't say
Anybody
all
said
that.
It just makes
That
you
is
like,
not it.
Just you know.
I was talking about your sunflowers. That's all.
oh, I probably won't have a lot of sunflowers or any of that because I feel like it's.
I can
tacky.
see you if you were a flower. I can see you as a sunflower.
Flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love sunflowers. They're
You know,
really
it's so crazy. I was thinking of this the other day. None of the three of us have ever been by ourselves. As adult women,
Nope.
we did not have none of the three of us have ever been alone. We've never lived on our own.
My slowly
I
zoom in on
would-
my
Huh?
I think I lived on. I
Oh
liked
yeah, you did a little
living
bit. No,
with the twins,
no,
but like
that doesn't count.
it doesn't
I'm
count.
saying,
but
like-
every other weekend I was
Yeah,
alone.
Mommy, no.
No, because
Do you want some
living
more bubble?
alone
Oh,
means
yes.
there's like absolutely nobody you're responsible for in that place but you.
Yeah, every other
That's
weekend.
no, girl, bye. No, I'm
Mom's
sorry.
the worst.
No, I mean let's just be honest.
No, it
because-
is true.
And I'm saying I'm not saying it to be. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm not saying it to be rude or catty, but I'm saying it to think
No, it's
about
real.
like,
True.
to have our own space, our own way of doing things, our like a lack of responsibility for anybody. And it's like so necessary.
know.
Like, I'm
And-
reaching out to all you sisters out there who are like, I need to be, whatever.
Have your period
Have
by
your
yourself.
Have it every day by yourself.
Yeah, like have that moment.
I wish, like, I don't want to say it's so hard because I don't want to say I wish, but
No, I
it's
hear
so
what you're
true
saying.
that I wish that
You'd have done it the other way.
Yeah, like if I could still
Absolutely.
keep the same person and the same kids, like I absolutely would just have. And I think I made a video like,
Yeah.
yeah, I would. And I think it's so important. Like you just
Yeah.
it's different experiences of living when
Mm-hmm.
you are with somebody or a mother or
Yeah.
both and then
Yeah.
by yourself. And I wish that I didn't cut my living experiences short
Yeah.
or at all.
Well, cut you out of your
yeah,
life.
because
Ooh,
yeah,
Ooh, that
Yeah.
hurt a little bit.
it does.
Yeah.
It does.
It
hurt.
does. It hurts me
Switch
too.
over. I don't like this. You want to switch?
What?
I don't want to
Okay.
sit next to her.
Sorry.
It'll hurt a little less if I'm on that side. of the
Sorry.
couch.
I'm really good over here.
You're the worst.
Shut it up.
But it's so true. Like, oh man, this is if you're watching this at home eating chocolate, feeling bad about yourself, don't feel bad.
Don't.
You are living your best life
Yes.
right
You
now.
are.
Whether you're a male or a female, you are living your best life right now, and enjoy it. And date yourself. I talked about that in one of my other podcasts too. Oh my gosh, if I
Date
could,
yourself.
like I'm a little paranoid. I always think somebody's gonna try to kidnap me. So like, I'm a little scared about like actually the act of dating myself, but the concept behind it I like.
I
But,
dated
like,
myself. It was amazing.
You went to the movies, right?
Went to the movies. I went to dinner. Oh, I had an overnight. It was in the middle of a trauma, but nevertheless,
But see,
it
that's
was
necessary.
awesome.
Yeah.
It was so good, and it was like you think, oh, I'm gonna be by myself. Other people are gonna be around, but then I was there, and I wanted to be by myself, and I wanted to sit there and just kind of breathe and exhale. We have in our heads that we have to be with somebody else to have an entertainment time or whatever. Like it wasn't. I enjoyed it. I did myself more than once.
Did you
did
talk to
myself again.
yourself while you
Huh?
were there? Did
I
you
was
like
talking
in
to
a
the Lord
monologue?
and giggling about stuff and thinking
Oh
about
Lord,
stuff.
you look crazy. She looked
No, I wasn't like, so Lord. No, in my
No, I
head,
could just
was
imagine
like,
you cutting a steak like,
No, it wasn't.
That's something I would
Man, I was. Let me tell you. Okay, first of all, the meal turned out to be. I was in a hotel, like in this like 5-star hotel downtown Boston.
Okay, booze.
And it was. I went downstairs. I had my whole crying moment. Whatever. Went through my whole like purge and everything in the room. Fell asleep. Lord was like, "Let's get up. Let's wash your face. Figure it out." And I went downstairs. They were having a seafood buffet. Like, when I tell you the Lord just laid it out, I was like, what?
It was like he would prepare the table.
He prepared the table. It was a and I am obsessed with seafood. It was a seafood buffet in a hotel. Like a good seafood buffet, though. Like a nice dine-in restaurant. And I was just like giddy. So I didn't care who cared if I was smiling or whatever. I was like, I know that the Lord, I'll eat my lobster.
Thank you very much.
It was
her and the lobster and the shrimp are all having a conversation. Was that one of your favorite dates that you've been on your whole life?
Yeah. I mean, who, like, it was a seafood buffet.
Yeah.
Like, I got to eat it. I didn't have to worry about who was looking. I didn't have to worry about how it felt. I didn't have to worry about my stomach being overflowed for later. You know what I'm saying? I could just be fat and happy. I was happy. I was like, It was
sometimes
great.
I'm glad you said that, because sometimes you don't want to eat too much or drink too much on a date, because you go on a date, especially if you have kids and you have a babysitter, you expect to get down chicken later. Yeah. It's so much like pressure and like responsibility. So like I want to just eat and like sleep. That's what I want to do. I want to eat and I want to go home and sleep. Okay, maybe we could talk in the morning if we ain't got to pick them up in the morning. Maybe. Okay, let me brush my teeth first. Wipe the crust out my eyes. Maybe. Okay, you want this booty now? Because I don't want to give it to you that night. Sometimes.
Don't wake me up.
Yeah, don't wake me up. You know, like, but I wish.
Say, ladies have time too, guys.
Yeah, we have time too.
What?
We have our own times. I feel like a lot of times, like,
you're talking about your vagina clock.
Okay,
that's in the morning.
Yeah, me too.
It's in the morning.
Is it for you too?
Or midday? Because sometimes I'm just tired.
I don't do the whole night thing. Like, don't wait till my energy's gone and
That's
think I'm supposed to be like, woo, hanging from some shit. Anybody got time for that?
Like, it's a random occasion where I'm like, oh yeah, I got the energy for this. Other times it's more of like, making sure your partner's needs are met. But I'm more of, men are any time of the day. That's what I feel like. They're like any time of the day. Me, I'm in the morning time. Listen, I can clock you in right now.
Don't say that. They don't like that.
I
know. Well, that's why we're gonna say it right here.
I don't know why they're so sensitive about the things we say.
No, they're so sensitive.
So sensitive about the things we say.
They clock us in for attention. When you think about it, it's two different types of attention. So we have to clock them in for physical attention, and depending on what kind of physical attention you're talking about, they want to clock us in for other kinds of attention. So, I don't care.
When we were teenagers, your father told me when talking, we have a 2-minute time limit because that's how much he could listen to. Now, mind you, we started dating. I will go back and say when we were dating, we would be in one.
I was just sitting there like,
When we started dating, we would be on the phone until we fall asleep.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, some way he got comfortable. He was like, oh, you got 2 limit time, 2 minutes, she's get it.
That's
because he don't like to pay attention. But then he gets in his feelings because he's like, you talk to other people all the time. Yeah, because I can sit there and talk until I want to talk. If I call up one of you or D or whatever, I can say what I want to say. I got to think about how I'm supposed to minimize what I say to get my...
2 minutes.
What's the most important? What's the most important? I'm not in school.
I can't do that. I freeze.
Me too.
I don't know. We'll call you. I'll text you.
Okay. Hey, love you. Bye. Yeah, my brain don't work like that to just be like, okay, I gotta say. We're naturally like, we talk a lot.
Yeah.
I don't feel like you talk that much though.
She doesn't. Never has.
I don't.
But you know what? That's something I want to work on. Is like just listening more and thinking about what I'm gonna say before I say it, instead of just being like, and just knowing that I used to think like in relationships, if there was quiet time, that like, the relationship is getting boring or whatever. But it's not that. Like, it's good to just be like quiet. Like, quiet sometimes.
It is good to be quiet.
It's good to be quiet. Yeah, it is.
I talk when I got something.
Yeah, and that's okay. And it doesn't mean like anything is wrong with the relationship. It's just that, especially if you're a parent, you hear the kids are talking to you all day and you get a minute with your spouse, just sitting there with their company and like, oh, hey, Hey, you want to see this video? That's pretty funny. And then you go back to being quiet.
Yep.
Like, you know, that's fine. That's fine too.
Yep.
I heard a door.
Hello?
Huh?
Someone woke up.
The kids okay, just watch them. Yeah, watch them and close the door. Love you, bye.
And this is why you have me time before you have children.
Yes. Yes.
Because no matter what you're doing, they will knock on the door.
Me time in the beginning of your day too. Like, it sucks to wake up that early, but if you can get that time to yourself, I've noticed that the days where I do have that time in the morning to like spend time with God, take a shower, you know, prep the kids like breakfast or just make it completely before they actually get up and just like, you know, kind of just like settle myself, have a cup of tea or something, sets the tone for my day and the amount of patience that I have compared to if I'm waking them up to, Mommy, wake up, it's morning, I want breakfast. Or feet in my face, or toddlers fighting on top of me, or crying, or telling me to put their TV show on. Like, it just, you know, to have that moment to just like,
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you, like Mom told me, they're old enough to open the refrigerator. The refrigerator.
They have to walk down the stairs.
You better get a mini fridge.
That's actually really smart.
Shit.
Put their milk in their cup.
Yep.
And put whatever they can eat in the morning time right
Little
there.
snack. Girl, change your life. Your life.
It does.
That needs to be on we gotta do, maybe I was thinking about a Mother's Day podcast. So we're gonna have to do like Mother's Day podcast and give tips and just like talk about experience as mothers and stuff like that.
Save yourself.
Yeah.
Motherhood is hard. I'm trying to tell you.
Wow.
It says, I mean, you know, because you're my children. And I love you.
We're saving for Mother's Day.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. Oh, okay.
It's abusive.
It's very toxic.
It's abusive. It's a very abusive relationship.
It's a very abusive, very toxic relationship.
Inside of you, there's like this love that you just like have beyond anything. But then there's also the mother guilt that is like so beyond toxic. And then you have this bossiest human being that you've ever met in your life, yet you still love them and want to listen to them. It's just a very abusive and toxic relationship.
I found the mother guilt comes for me when sometimes I feel like how I mentioned about I wish I had waited, and I'm like, don't say that because they're here and it's not their fault that they're here and they didn't ask to be here. But sometimes I'd be like, I don't want to be a mom today or tomorrow or the next month. I want to be a mom later. Like down the years.
Any good mom has planned how to go to the hospital and get a week's stay without actually being sick. If you're really been in this business for a while, you've had those thoughts.
I think that'll come next year. Right.
It's just like, how do I get out of this but not get out of this?
Yeah.
But they give them time limits like, oh look, it's 8:00, you guys have to go home now.
Get out, okay? I think we should be allowed. I feel like women aren't allowed to vocalize a lot of things, and one of the things is how hard it is to be a mother, how heartbreaking it is to be a mother, and how sometimes you don't feel like being a mother, and it's okay to feel those three things, but we're not supposed to, because women naturally are supposed to just take everything on, shut up, and power through, and sometimes we don't have it in us to do that, because we're all still human at the end of the day, and if you give those men those same rules, I bet you they'll crumble in 10 minutes.
10 minutes? What kind of do labor? You think they could do an 18-year child?
That's
Whatever.
true. You can't do. You guys can't. You physically can't.
We love you.
Like, imagine pushing a baby through your penis, like, or your booty butt. My booty butt was. My booty butt.
What?
It was my butt. My butt was ripping apart.
Oh my gosh! How did we get to your butt again?
Because I don't know.
The third thing about your
my butt made an appearance. I'm gonna Photoshop my butt right here. It's the four of us today. My butt was like, I don't know if you guys ever been in labor. I don't know about you guys, but my butt literally felt like it was spreading. Like I felt like I was gonna be ripped in half, and the baby's gonna come out of my butt.
It's a war zone.
Yeah, it's a war zone.
Yeah.
That's when like the baby's gonna come.
I felt like the gates of hell was opening through my butt. That's what it felt like. Oh. I know. Your stinky behind is not interrupting my podcast. Honey Boo.
Hey, how's it going?
There, but Janelle asked, can she pop it?
Look how quiet they are. They're like nice.
You came down
That's
here
the
like
same
you heard
one.
the puppy
It's the
was
same
having
one
a
that
baby.
works last time.
Dad, come say hi.
No.
Okay. He's so rude.
I was telling Mom if it's freezing like that and you don't have the heat on constantly, then that will happen. To a pipe. I don't know.
Oh, because down here doesn't have a lot of. Nobody's down here.
Yeah.
We were just talking about it too.
It's okay. My kids are fresh too.
Is the paint running?
Huh?
Although the paint is running, but it's the water.
It's the water.
It's the water.
It's the water.
Levins? No.
Say it's the water, Levins.
What did you do?
What happened?
What did you do to Levin?
I'm good.
Walk in the straight line.
Yeah.
It's the, what was the word again?
It's
the water.
What just happened? He's like, wow.
So
I'm
Dang
telling
Levins, you gave us up.
We got there.
Oh my
The
god.
news already turned up. We only had what? We sat there. We had half a
Yeah.
drink. You sent me the call, and then we were out of there.
Uh-huh.
In time.
Uh-huh.
I think they're missing a shot or two out of
What
the
did you
story.
do?
Yeah, they
Your
are.
eyes a little.
Don Julio.
Done. Julio.
Don Julio.
A half a
My
cup.
friend.
And my friend.
You know that you're.
Did you say
Yes,
a half
yes,
a
I
cup?
did.
Yeah,
half a
it was
cup?
a
Yeah, that's how
Yeah.
I know.
What size is that cup, guys?
Right.
What size
It
is the
didn't
cup?
look like
Took
this
a half a
cup.
cup of Don Julio. Right? I mean, bacon.
Takes out a mug.
Can we take this somewhere else so I can finish? No.
We should have went upstairs.
Yeah, we should.
See, it's a good thing you did come down here because you would have noticed.
Oh yeah, we wouldn't know.
You see it, Sam?
Yeah. Had to cut it off right there, right quick, because the men came and interrupted the set.
Snip, snip.
Yeah, snip, snip.
Dad, I thought you went upstairs. I didn't know you were there the whole time.
Right here.
No talking to the cast members.
Oh yeah.
What
We're
is that?
talking to them.
No.
The
We're
crew?
talking, yeah,
To the crew.
Gotcha.
We don't talk to the crew.
No.
To the help.
Yeah.
Don't use the inside bathroom.
But I think that wraps up this video, which was another successful video that we've had all together. Just fun. Lots.
Love is patient.
Love is love.
Kind. No. Love is patient.
Love is love.
No. Love is
Love
patient.
whoever loves you.
Love is.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Ever do that.
Love is love.
No, it's not. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It keeps no record of wrong.
Question.
Yes.
Okay, for record of wrong.
Yes.
Is that like past trespasses or past
Yes.
like wrongdoings or past
Yes.
like oopsie daisy or
Yes.
past
Okay. All right. I think it's past.
keep no record
Yes.
of wrong?
Yes.
Yes. It means
Don't go in
we
your
don't
index.
keep going through the
Rolodex.
Rolodex of what did you do wrong
Mhm.
and continually bringing it back up.
Mm.
Like you work through that, you heal through that, and then you let it go. That's the process of forgiving, is letting that go. So, some people it's one thing to be healing through something, and it's another thing to use that particular thing to just badger your mate.
No, like,
What
hold
if
it
you're
over.
healed from it, but then you keep talking about it, like you're healed from it, but you're talking about it because it makes you feel better, or you're processing through the.
Well, then
heal?
no. Then how is
That's
that
so-
loving if you're healed from it, but you keep bringing it up?
Yeah.
You're not just talking about it. Now you're just continually badgering the other person with it. Like if you're healed from it, why would you want to relive that moment?
So if you're not here from it, you should not bring it up.
Well, no. If you're not
bringing
healed,
it up,
bringing
working
it
through it.
yeah.
Heal from it.
like as
yeah.
you're healing, it's going to be a conversation. As you're healing, it will be a conversation because there'll be clarity in that conversation that you might need to have. There'll be comfort that you're trying to find. There'll be unity, like trying to find your way back to the trust. So that conversation may go on until you're feeling comfortable and solid, right? But thank you. I'm trying to leave my message now.
Audacity.
But if you've worked through it and you're constantly I always give the example, there was a woman I knew that literally had made in her phone a list of all of her husband's trespasses. So she was adding them to this list in her phone so that she could keep them. How are you supposed to heal your relationship if you're sticking on the stuff that they have done or said or whatever? So are you in it to heal or are you not? You see what I'm saying?
That's a little crazy, like to physically just make a list on your phone, which is on your person, to just be like,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
But we make the list in our head.
That's true.
And we're like, okay,
That's true.
and as soon as they do something, we want to give the whole entire list. But has the list been rectified? Like, if something on that list is like, okay, you don't take out the trash, I'm offended by it, blah, blah, blah. I'm using something ridiculous, right? But they start taking out the trash, but it's still on the list. Like, they've heard it. They've made restitution to it. They've moved forward in it, but you're still bringing it up like it's today, and it's not today. You can have conversations about whatever trespass or whatever. You can still have them and not necessarily be not healed, but it's how you're having them at this point. Are you having them just to accuse and belittle? Or are you having them so you can find understanding and forgiveness to move forward? So, no record around.
We were ending and she just took us somewhere else.
Well, that's because you started off with saying love.
No,
and
it's not
we
wrong
don't-
that somebody had to hear it. I have to.
lots of
Love is
people
not
break up
love.
and lots of people have divorces because
The
love
the
is
perception of
the
love.
perception of what love is.
Yeah.
Is it sir? Sir.
Crew.
Sir.
Crew.
On set.
Take it upstairs.
Walk away.
Okay.
Walk away.
How long you get home?
No,
Okay,
no.
no. Upstairs.
Seriously.
Upstairs.
Walk away.
Yep.
Just walk
There we
away.
go.
I don't know why.
Fired.
See, I'm still gonna love him. I
Fired.
will be bringing this up because I'm not.
I'm keeping it on a record of wrong. How about that?
There's a record now because it's recorded.
Yeah.
Of what you did.
Yeah, record of wrong.
We're
all
gonna
right?
bring this up
I
every
think I'm
time.
gonna go upstairs.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
okay.
Why don't you scat? You scat too.
He's like, I don't want none of this.
All the
He was
smoke.
like, wait, there was 2 or more gathered, but
Yeah.
one left. Go now, go.
Shoo.
But seriously, like all joking aside,
You are loved.
if
Okay,
okay,
love you.
amen,
Bye.
bye. Okay, yeah, whatever. Stop announcing it. I love him.
He's gonna beat you up.
He is.
All right, I think it officially wraps up this episode of Showtime Radio Podcast. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to do a thumbnail too. Oh, we didn't clink.
We didn't clink.
I be forgetting that sometimes. I just be getting right into it. It's because the conversations are so
My juice
juicy.
is so dark.
Like your men.
Right.
There you go.
I was gonna say like your meat, but that could have 2 different sayings, and your meat is my father, and that's kind of.
Oh, you didn't have
Just
to
take it all out.
say
I'm
Take
just
that
saying.
out.
That's why I didn't say it, but I had to
You
explain.
didn't have to finish
you
the
said it.
statement.
Oh my gosh.
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, click that notification button so you know when I drop another entertaining video. And please comment down below any topics that you want me to discuss. And I appreciate you guys clicking on my video and watching it straight through. Catch you in the next video. Love you. Bye.
Love you.